The future is bright indeed. We're all of us dreaming of the better days ahead, and a part of your bright new future could be a move to where the magic lives in the greater Orlando area of Florida. One of the biggest decisions you'll make when considering a move is selecting a realtor who can successfully match you with the right home in the right location at the right price. Victor Naraki is the realtor who can help you make the move you've always wanted to. Whether you're a first-time homeowner or looking to move near Disney World, Victor is in your corner. If you are looking for an experienced real estate agent covering all of Central Florida, please visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today and find out just why you should work with Victor. I encourage you to create a free, no-obligation account on his website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to your email. Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today or visit his Facebook page, Victor Naraki Realtor. And don't forget to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
Hello, passengers, and welcome to another fun resort detour edition from the Grand Circle Tour podcast. I am your food fairy, Kris, and today we are going to be talking about the Walt Disney World Swan Resorts. And when I say we, I mean me and my unofficial adopted little brother, Skipper Jay himself. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Aloha. I am fantastic. That is a lot of responsibility. I'm not sure if you're ready to take that on. I am a handful.
That's okay. You can be a handful. I don't care. So, like I said, we are on another resort detour, and actually, it's number 7 already. I'm like, wait, what?
I do the first 2. I look away for a minute, and now we're at 7.
I know. So we are, like I said, going to talk about the Swan. And the Swan Hotel or Resort was built and then opened January 13th of 1990. So it's been around for a while. This resort sits at 1200 Epcot Resorts Boulevard. And this was done in a joint venture between the Walt Disney Company and the Tishman Company, who, quote unquote, was the contractor hired to build Epcot, correct?
Oh, and that's where the story gets fun.
Mm-hmm. So it was a joint venture, like I said, between the Walt Disney Company, Tishman Hotel Corporation, MetLife, and the Starwood Hotel and Resorts.
Well, Kris, let me back you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what's funny is Eisner is 2 weeks into his tenure at Disney, and Tishman comes to him and proposes he'd like to build 2 hotels on property. Mm-hmm. And Michael looks at them and goes, rejection. They look like 2 giant fish boxes, not interested. So, turns out, part of Tishman's deal for building Epcot was he got to build 2 hotels on property. And they went to court over this. And it was going to exceed $100 billion. So Mikey, the good businessman, let him put the 2 hotels, but said, we have creative control, and we get it.
Yep. So this was all merged into Marriott International just as recent as 2019.
Really?
Yeah. So the land that the resort sits on is owned by the Walt Disney Company and leased for 99 years to the above mentioned corporations. And like I said, they're contracted under Marriott International. And also, because Marriott is connected to Westin, it's under the Westin Hotels and Resorts brand. Talk about a bowl of spaghetti.
There are these 2 gorgeous hotels, so big you can see them from the freeway. 99 years leased to the property. You think someone in operations is going, 99 years on the wall, 99 years till we get the hotel.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The Swan and the Dolphin, which we are going to be talking about on our next detour in a couple of weeks, are part of the Walt Disney World collection of resorts. Because of this, they are Disney branded, and guests of the resort have access to special Disney benefits available to Disney Resort Hotel guests only. So let's talk about the structure of the Swan, because it does have a very unique appearance.
Well, you mean a giant pyramid?
Yeah.
With two,
Yeah,
with two 43 feet swan up.
yes. Yes. So it's got the two 7-story wings besides the 12-story rectangle. Well, not really rectangle, I guess. Triangle and rectangle.
Yeah, it says rectangle, but it looks like a giant pyramid to me.
It does, yeah. Because of that top part. In November of 2021, a new extension of the hotel was open, and it's called the Swan Reserve, which we are going to talk about that later in the year because it is a completely different structure. So we're going to give it its own detour. So the location is really good for both of, well, all three of these resort hotels. It's got walking paths to Disney boats, and they're available from the resort to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot, correct?
Yeah, do you think that was like a luck of timing where Eisner, you can have your two hotels right here next to our newest theme park?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right around where we're building all this extra stuff.
Yep.
I think they would have gotten such a cool location, such good real estate if it hadn't been for timing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So buses for these hotels there are contracted by the hotel to bring guests to Walt Disney World parks, water parks, and Disney Springs. So their schedules are definitely a lot different than regular Disney hotels. So if you're interested in staying there, that's something that you really, really need to research and plan out before you make a decision that that's where you want to stay. As cool as these hotels are, they're a little bit different with the transportation stuff.
Right, it's its own thing outside of regular Disney buses.
Yes. Very, very different schedules. Kind of like Shades of Green when we talked about that. They're more their schedules are definitely not like the other Disney hotels. So let's talk about some amenities at this resort. They got what, 5 pools total?
5 pools. Sorry, kids, I have to look at my notes.
That's good because I'm looking at my notes too.
Okay, good. I'm leaving this in so the audience knows how sincere we are.
So 2 lap pools,
Mm-hmm.
1 grotto pool, a waterfall.
Wait, I found it. I found my notes. It is 5 exciting, stunning pools.
There you go.
There's a grotto pool, a featuring lush greenery, waterfalls, rock caves, and a twisting water slide.
Yes.
Nearby spring pool, haven for casual swimmers, or experience a more competitive workout in one of the 2, count them 2, lap pools.
Yes.
4 whirlpool spas. I am totally not reading off my notes in case you can't tell.
They have quite a bit of stuff there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, they have of course a health club, which most Disney resorts have.
Mm-hmm.
The more deluxe do.
Were you going to mention the 2 poolside restaurants in the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Jogging trails, volleyball,
Tubing and rafting.
Yes, tubing and rafting, a playground, a typical arcade type place.
24-hour store.
Yes. And there is the Spa Mandara. Yes, that just sounds like a place I want to go. I do. I know that some of the spas are reopening. Their services are a little limited at this point still, but they are really good to go to.
You know, I Skipper J really suggests yourself. There is nothing like starting the first day of your vacation with just getting all that, a good massage, get everything out. Go to the parks fresh. Leave everything that you are leaving behind.
And I highly, highly recommend hot stone massage. That is like the bomb if you want to relieve stress. I've had several, and I know that they have it's on their menu. So I would definitely be doing that if I was going there.
All kinds of things in my neck, shoulder, arms. I need someone to just come in and just get all that out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And very close by is the Fantasia Gardens Miniature Golf Center, which I definitely want to do that now. We just talked about this right before we started, that it is going to be closing for refurbishment. I don't know if that happened in May or if it's, going to be happening shortly, but hopefully that's not going to be too long.
It really is a fun little place to go play golf. It's
is
only $14 for adults. In the background you can see the tower, you can see the Swan, you can see
everything.
The dolphin. It's a great, and it's never busy. So if you just get fun, there you go.
Yeah. So the design of this resort is considered Renaissance elegance with a modern twist. Would you say that's pretty accurate?
Sure.
I think so. Have you been inside?
I actually have never been to this property before.
It is. We went there. I want to say. Matter of fact, I know it was 2012. We were at Epcot, and it was October. It was during Food and Wine, and we had gone to the one of the wine tasting things that they have during Food and Wine.
Giggle juice, yes.
And the young lady who ran the seminar was from a certain co-op winemaker in Spain. And we just really enjoyed her presentation and happened to walk over to look around at the Swan and Dolphin because we had never been there before. And who do we run into but this speaker? So that was kind of fun. And matter of fact, we have kept in touch with her since 2012.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. She's been promoted to she's now the vice president of the company, and it's very interesting. But anyway, we walked over there and ran into her and stopped and talked to her for a while. But I was really impressed by the interior design of this hotel as well. The fountain in the middle, and it was just a very kind of cool and chic place.
It makes, from the pictures I've seen, it makes you think of the building blocks of Art Deco. It doesn't go all the way there.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. Totally. So what else you got on design for me? Anything?
Well, so Eisner wanted Michael Graves to design the hotel, and Tishman wanted. Guys, I'm so sorry. I told Kris beforehand, my notes are like the third companion here because even I'm having a hard time right now reading my notes. Tishman wanted an architect named Alan Lapidus. I'm so sorry, everyone. it looks like Dr. Smith, and they had to work together. Graves did the inside. Lapidus did all the functionality side of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just very chic. I think it is going to, or has, for as long as it has been open, and it's 32 years now.
Yeah. See,
appeal to a certain, like, I don't know, people that appreciate architecture, I guess, would be more
I like
inclined to stay there.
Architecture. You froze on me there, sorry.
Yeah, you did.
How dare you?
How dare you freeze? How dare you freeze on me?
But what I love, what I've seen is, because I love architecture as escape. It's one of my favorite things about Disney. The size and the minimalism, it's very dreamlike.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very, you know what I mean?
You are really freezing up a lot.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I have to cut all this out now.
Yeah.
Jeez. If you made it past the credits, goodness.
Really. Okay, so rooms, I had a really hard time finding pricing because everything was booked up.
Mm-hmm.
So this
at time of recording, I couldn't find anything for the rest of 2022.
Yeah, so pricing, I'm not really sure. It's when you go in and search, and you search in the summer, and then you search again in the fall, and then you search again, for later, and you can't find anything. So unfortunately, we don't have that information right now because there was nothing available.
Yeah, and I don't have DVC, but my timeshare is Starwood, so I can stay at the Swan.
Cool.
And we've kind of been waiting for. I'm just gonna say we're waiting for like a romance trip, a nice little couples weekend getaway, no parks, just staying in a nice place.
Yeah. You should do half of your trip at Shades of Green and half of your trip at the Swan.
Do you have a room there soon? It's gonna be like a weekend getaway. I think the window has sailed on
really
any more vacations. Yeah, we're looking at property now.
Yeah. So dining at this place, there are so many things available, ranging from very reasonable to on the higher end.
Okay, Kris, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I clicked on dining, I was overwhelmed. It was too much at first.
Yeah. So I'm going to start out with a splash pool and the bar and grill there. Mm-hmm. So poolside outdoor seating for cocktails, beer, wine, non-alcoholic drinks, pretzels, wings, salads, entrees, and a kids menu. And it's considered American casual.
Family friendly.
Yes. They have Kimono's Lounge, which is Asian inspired. They have Japanese food, sushi, things like that you can get from
Kris,
the restaurant.
More importantly, they have karaoke.
Yes, they do. And someday when we get to go to Disney World together, we're going there and we're going to do karaoke.
I am putting a pin in this right here. We're going to have a GCT meetup at Kimono's. All of us tour guides, as many of our listeners as we can get together, and we are going to karaoke together.
Till 1 a.m. because that's how long that's open.
You quitter. Sunrise.
You quitter. Well, they may have to throw us out, but that does run. The karaoke is from 9:30 until 1 a.m. and that is Wednesday to Sunday. Mm-hmm. Now, they also have wine, specialty cocktails, sake, which probably some of us would have to drink a lot of sake to get up there. Beers, bubbles.
Very little with sake. No, don't.
I can't
Don't make me babysit you at the sake bar.
No, I can't do sake. No. So Kimono's The Restaurant is a dinner-only location. It did receive the Critics' Choice for Best Sushi in Orlando by the Orlando Sentinel. Now, I've talked to a lot of people who have gone there and had sushi, and they said it's some of the best that they've ever had. So I get this award.
You had me at Best Sushi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, this location is 5:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. They have soup, salad, sushi of all kinds. So, yeah, whatever you want sushi-wise, it's going to be there. Java is the coffee, quote-unquote, location from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. They have entrees for breakfast that are available from 6 to 11. And then they have beer, they have frappes, they have shaken teas, they have coffees, and Java specialties. So there's all sorts of things available.
Yeah, and the meals are grab and go, we should say. But I love that you can get a beer right at 8 a.m.
Yeah. Beer and breakfast. Hey, what a combination. The two B's. There is a location called Chill that is $14.99 and under for prices. That is from 2:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. They have snacks, sips of the non-alcoholic and alcoholic types, specialty cocktails, and signature cocktails there. So when it says sips, they're not kidding.
But this is the place to go for frozen drinks.
Mm-hmm.
This is your hot summer day place.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's, everything's basically 15 and under.
Right. So that's, for a specialty cocktail, you can go up to $20 for some of these specialty cocktails that you can get at some of these places. So I think that's pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is the Garden Grove, and the pictures of this place, I want to go there for breakfast. It is only a breakfast location. It's from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all sorts of breakfast foods, sweets, combos, sides. They have a kids menu. This place is absolutely beautiful.
This place is so much fun. This is the place you want to start your day before you go to the park.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm thinking, that we're going to go over there for breakfast before we go to Epcot the day we go and start the day there. Next, we have the Il Molino Lounge that is open from 3:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Again, they have signature cocktails, cognacs, brandy, single malt scotch menu is pretty extensive. Small batch bourbon menu is pretty extensive. And they also have a House of Grand Marnier menu and dessert cocktails.
I can tell you this is the place you're most likely going to find Skipper J.
And why is that?
Everything you just said and more.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to know. Now, the final location is the Il Molino New York Trattoria. This is a dinner location only from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. They have antipasti di mare, insalate, carpaccio, and they have all these other Italian things that I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
You guys notice I let her butcher that?
Yes. Zuppe, that's soup, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Pizza, risotto, pastas, family style. They have steaks, chicken, meats, fish, side items, and desserts. And they have a full children's menu as well. This one's a little higher priced, like, regular higher end restaurants at finer Disney resorts.
I look at this one.
You just froze again. You're thinking about all those frozen drinks at that one. Sips.
Daddy needs a cocktail. Daddy, it's 8 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock. Well, it's 5 o'clock here, so
It's only,
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock anytime I choose.
Yes, it is. So, that is definitely a restaurant that I think that I would like to go to.
Yeah, what I like at that restaurant, I think date night. That's what comes to mind for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what are your overall thoughts about this resort?
This is not a place I want to bring the nephews or the family.
Right.
This looks like a place I want to go as a couple and check in for a weekend, not go to the parks, maybe go to the springs, but really just kind of stay here and spend time together and soak this place in.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would not, this is not a hotel that I would say, oh, tell my son to pack up the kids and, go. No,
this is, and this is something I appreciate as an adult who visits without kids, is I like things like this. I like things that feel mature and you can leave the family friendly behind and be upscale on Disney property.
Absolutely. I like we talked about before, I really, really appreciate the architecture and the design itself. I am glad that they are there. I think they add a lot visually to that whole Epcot park area.
Just a few weeks ago when I was there, as I was coming down the floor, you could see the Swan, the Swan on top of the building, and it's just massive. It really, this huge sense of size. It kind of says it's a weaning itself for Disney World.
Yes. And like I said, we are going to talk about the Swan Reserve at a later date, which will probably be late fall, early winter, when we get towards the end of our Detour series. But next time it will be the Dolphin. So have any of the passengers listening ever stayed at the Swan, and what were your thoughts? We'd really like to know. Leave it in the comment section, or when we post this on Facebook, let us know if you've stayed there and what you thought of it, and would you stay there again? What do you think, Jay?
I think they should let us know. I think they should let us know at our Facebook page, Grand Circle Tour Magic Ticket Holders. I think they should let us know on Instagram, Grand Circle Tour Podcast. I think they should go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review, tell us how much they love the show. It helps get that out there.
It does. And YouTube as well. And if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please do it and give us a thumbs up.
And I'm also thinking how I can insert the flipper theme into next week's episode about the dolphin.
The flipper, yeah. That would be good. Passengers, thanks for joining us on this little adventure to the Swan Resort at Walt Disney World. And with that, Ken, take it away.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to like our Facebook friends page, Grand Circle Tours Magical Ticket Holders. While you're on Facebook, like our group page, Grand Circle Tours. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tours Podcast, as well as on Instagram, GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. If you would like to email us, drop us a line at gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merchandise can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your adventure, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. All logos, sounds, songs, and music that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are the full ownership of the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be the ownership of the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Thank you for riding with us. and welcome home.